Hi, I'm Shawn Warren with Shawn Warren Fine Art, and today I'm here to talk to you about brush washes and how to recycle your brush wash. Right now I'm using a product called Gamsol, which is 100% pure odorless mineral spirits. This is similar to regular mineral spirits, only it's been highly refined and all of the smell has been taken out of it. It's still toxic to use in a closed atmosphere. Like in my studio here, you'd want to keep a window open. It's still toxic to use it in a setting like that, but it's a lot safer than using regular turpentine, definitely, that smells terrible. And it's also a lot safer, and you can use it for a longer period of time than the regular mineral spirits that has the odor. So I've been using this to clean my brushes with. I'm going to switch over and start to use the Terpenoid Natural. It's actually a non-toxic product. It's all plant-based. It is not petroleum-based, and it's great for cleaning your brushes. You don't want to use this on your painting itself. It's a very powerful solvent, and if you use it to mix in with your paint, then you're going to have some problems on your painting. So this is not to be used actually to thin your paints down. You want to continue to use the Gamsol to thin your paints down. Okay, so what I use is I have a 3-jar process that I use. This little jar right here is my brush wash, and it has a little grid inside that I just swish my brush around and clean off the paint, and then it settles down to the bottom between paint sessions. Right now it's looking a little yucky. It gets a sludge on the bottom, and what we want to do is we want to siphon that out and put that into the second jar. And we want to take what's in the second jar that's already settled. See, I have a little bit in here. It's got a sludge on the bottom, and it's got basically some clean mineral spirits on the top. So what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to use a pair of gloves. The sludge on the bottom can be really icky, and we're going to wipe it out with a paper towel. And I don't want that all over my hands. So I've got a pair of neoprene gloves that I like to wear. Okay, so the first step would be, this is an empty jar. So I'm going to siphon off the clean mineral spirits into my empty jar. So you just want to pour it off. You don't want the sludge. There's a lot of ick sludge in the bottom. You don't want to get any of that sludge. So it's starting to look a little sludgy down there. So we're going to just pour that much into here. And then we'll set that aside. And then we're going to take the dirty thinner that's in my brush wash and pour it into that jar with the sludge in it. And there's sludge at the bottom of this too, so I'm going to take out my little net. It's a little wire grid you can see. And I'm going to pour all of that out that I can get in there. There's a lot, I don't know if you can see that, there's a lot down inside of there. We're going to wipe this out with a paper towel. So you want to have your trash can handy, and I'm just going to wipe this out. And it's basically just paint sludge. And I like to use these blue painter paper towels. They're a lot more absorbent and last a lot longer. They're a little more expensive, but I prefer to use these rather than a regular paper towel. Okay, my jar's pretty clean now. We also want to wipe off this little grid as much as you can. It's going to get like rubberized paint in it. So, okay, that's fairly clean. So we put that back in there. And then, as I said, I'm going to be changing over, and I'm going to be using the Terpenoid Natural to wash my brushes in. So I'm going to open that, and I want to fill up my jar wash just so it covers the top of the grating. And this actually doesn't smell bad. It's got kind of a citrusy scent to it, and it's on the, here it says, non-toxic, non-flammable oil paint cleaner and brush conditioner. It works really good on getting paint out of your brushes. It works a lot better at cleaning your brushes than the Gamsol does, and it smells better. Okay, so I've got the clean stuff in there. And then, so I have, this is the jar that will be settling, and this is the clean jar. And what I'm going to do is you don't want to mix these together. You don't want to ever mix the terpenoid natural with the Gamsol. So I'm just going to use this. It's basically clean Gamsol at this point, and I'm going to use that on my paintings. I'm going to use that to dip my brush in. I actually don't use a lot of thinner when I paint. I usually paint straight out of the tube or use a little liquid in it, but this will be available, and this is what I'll use from now on for actually painting on the canvas. You want to be sure that you throw away your dirty rags. They are flammable. There'll be a lot of sludge on the bottom of your middle jar, and I just keep pouring it in until it's filled up, and then you can take the top off and let it dry and throw it away. So as you can see, it's really pretty simple to recycle your brush wash. No worries about throwing it in the garbage or having to dispose of hazardous materials. And a jar, you know, this size, a container this size of brush wash can last you months or even a year or more if you recycle properly. I'm Shawn Warren. You can visit me on my Facebook page or at ShawnWarrenFineArt.com.